very close to the centenary city. It's just by the side, and the famous Jedo estate, right? And this house is a green as this home is a green and smart home, right? When I say green and smart, I mean it is eco-friendly, and then it's made with technology where um, we have um, technologies or accessories like the Alexa, automated doors, automated vacuum cleaners, automated mirrors. We have also a play area in our estate. These are the things that are common with our estates. A play area 24/7, power supply, good drainage systems. We have good road channels, and a lot more. So our Abuja property is just along the airport road, and currently we have the five bedroom duplex and the 4 bedroom duplex with a BQ. And for our Lagos property, it shares close proximity with the Dangote refinery. It is also along the Bega Road. It also shares close proximity with the proposed airport there at Ibejuleki. And all our estates are green, they are smart, they are eco-friendly. We also have play areas. We have that's recreation for people, good drainage system, 24/7 power supply. And what we offer is currently running. We are speaking of what we already offer, and this is our core here at GTEX Holdings. And today at GTEX Homes, rather, and we're going to be speaking on something very important. Please, I would like to see your comments in the chat box. I want to know where you are joining us from. I just saw now Mr. Akpan from Akpan Francis from Lagos. You are welcome, sir. So glad to have you. I can see other people. Please type in the chat box. I don't want to call your name. Am I seeing Mr. Marvelous? Mr. Marvelous, you're welcome. You're welcome. Please type in the chat box. We'd like to announce you as our special guest today. So today we'll be speaking quickly on why smart and sustainable, homes are the next big thing. We live in a world where lifestyle is no longer defined by just luxury, but by intelligence and sustainability. By that, I mean that the way we live, the homes we build, the comfort we desire has massively shifted. And smart and sustainable homes are not just buildings any longer. They are living systems. They are homes that conserve and protect. And they are now merged with technology. And by that, I also mean that these homes are homes you live in, and they pay you back. They have a way of paying you back by lowering your expenses. You get higher value for what you've paid for, and again, timeless relevance. And this topic is going to be extensively discussed or explained further by the resource persons we have in our midst. Before then, I just want to welcome as many that just joined in. You are highly welcome. So very quickly, I'm going to be bringing to the spotlight the General Manager of GtexHomes, Mr. James Udyong, for the first session. Please put your hands together. I want to see your reaction in the chat box. Put your hands together for Mr. James Udyong. You're welcome to the platform, sir. All right. So while we wait for the general manager to come in. Please, actually, I would like you to give us some of our videos on, help us play some of our videos while we wait for Mr. James to join.
Yeah, welcome to my house, the new house I just got.
Oga, now you get all this place?
Yeah, sure. So just make sure you comport yourself, at the same time enjoy yourself, and do everything expected of you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Or you want to go back to the village?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, so go in, drop your stuff, and redress and get started. Hey, Gugu, turn on the living room air conditioner.
All right, turning the air conditioner on.
Hey, Gugu, open the curtains.
All right, opening the living room curtain.
This one we Oga just call Ugus. When they follow inside the talk. I hope he never mad like this. I could be that too.
Secure.
Sir.
What did you just say?
Nothing, sir.
I heard you, right? You see, I'm not mad. This is a smart home. And a smart home is fully automated, which means you can control all your gadgets with your voice or with your smartphone. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Secure.
Sir.
I want you to say something.
Oga, do let me say something.
No. Feel free. Say something.
Oga. Ugus.
For the past.
Welcome back from that short break. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for has arrived. Please join me as I make welcome the General Manager for GtexHomes, Mr. James Udion. Please, can I get your reaction in the chat box? You're welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the platform, sir.
Wisdom, how are you? Hope you're doing great. Thank you for holding.
Thank you so much.
I sincerely appreciate. Thank you so much. And we are super excited to have everyone here on board. I am super excited to be here. If you are super excited, just like I am, right? Type there, excited. If you are, come on. I need to see your excitement. If you're super excited about this opportunity to learn about green and smart homes and everything you need to know, all right, about the green and smart concept and how it benefits you as an enthusiast, as a prospective owner, and that person who wants to live long while owning a home. If you're that person, just type there, excited. I can see feedbacks. I see Francis. Where are you joining us from? I can see Wisdom. I see let's have you all on board. And if you're joining us, for the first time, you're very much welcome to the Home Buyers Conference. We deliberately have this amazing session where we put forward, amazing amazing content that basically educates you about homes, about home ownership, about the mistakes, the pitfalls. I mean, just last month we had our team of construction gets to train us about the benefits and things to look out for when raising construction related tips and benefits, and it was super amazing. Today is super we come with a very amazing topic, and I'm sure Wisdom has done justice to that. And by stressing the benefits of green and smart homes, today will be very exciting because we are talking about the future of living. Basically, we're talking about the future of living, why smart and sustainable homes are the next big thing. Okay, if you're following, please, I need you on this comment section, just type there if you're following. Type there the future of living. Okay. Now, it would interest you to know that at this point, at this season that we're in, I mean, the normal face me, I face you, Terry, the basic way of living is gradually phasing out. I mean, it's either if you're not living in a smart home now, sorry, you're not in vogue. It's just a matter of time you'll be called old school. All right. So we basically want to talk about the future, the way living would be in the next, when I mean future, the future is not, some 10 years or so. It's about, in less than 5 years, or what we are even experiencing, even what we're going to experience in 2025, and how you can tap into it, right? The best ways, to actually tap into a lifestyle shift towards eco-friendly and technology-driven homes, and also the fact that you can leverage on saving on bills, modern convenience, even with a higher resale value. With me, I'm not going to take without further ado, I would be introducing a very special guest amongst who is currently with us, and she has a whole wealth of experience in terms of construction, in terms of architecture, in terms of building green and smart home. And we looked around and we realized that she definitely is the best person with a wealth of experience, with a hands-on experience. I mean, this one is not hearsay. If there's anything we do at GTEXHOMES, we look out for the best. We are very concerned about. We're very, very particular about excellence, about people with results. So we bring people with results to our platform, so you can learn one or two things. You can ask questions. And today's webinar is going to be very, very different because we have, we did a sample. We had to go do a research, and we got samples of, a series of, we had to go through our database and just check through possible, most of the likely questions that we've encountered, from our prospects who have made inquiries about green and smart homes. And majorly, I mean, most of these persons are Nigerians in diaspora, some persons high, middle class, middle earning, and high level earning persons. So we had to get samples of possible questions that definitely relate to you and that you can relate to as a green and smart, as a smart home enthusiast who is interested in the Nigerian market. So we have on board architect Esther Busaya Aderimi, who is also the CEO okay, of GtEXTHOMES Limited. He has wealth of experience in terms of construction of homes and a lot of that. So without further ado, can we make welcome with a clapping emoji, an excited, fire emoji and all of that? can we make welcome our guest speaker in the person of architect Esther Busayo? Can we clap? Can we clap? Can we clap? Can I see your excitement in the comment section?
Yeah, thank
All
you
right.
very much, Mr. James. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, ma. And we're super happy that you found that time. I miss your very busy schedule to come, share platform with us. And we are super glad about that. We do want to give a brief intro, before we get deep into, the question and answer session.
Yes, I'm really honored to be here, and thank you very much for having me. And especially because we have to talk about the topic that is shaping the housing industry currently in Nigeria. If you take a look at it over the years, you realize that architecture kept transforming. The idea of living home transformed over time. It started from the regular mud house that, our forefathers built in the village, the compound living where people, they built around the hut, they have a regular entrance. Over time, it turned to face me, I face you.
Yes.
Me, I face you for lower class. And then the upper class built Victorian style house. But over time, it still kept transforming. Now it transformed to urban apartment building. Now people want to build contemporary house. They don't want the, Victorian style that even reflected in the furniture. And if you really take a look at what's happening now, apart from the urban apartment and contemporary design now, the smart home came in and now it's taking over and it's shaping things already. And it has become a lifestyle now. It's, over time, it's turning to a necessity, especially considering the situation of the country, the electricity and energy situation. It's no longer a luxury. It's turning to a necessity gradually with time. So I'm really honored to be here to talk about it.
Thank you so much, Miss Esther. I love to call you Miss Busayo. All right.
Okay, no problem. Anyone is fine.
It's a pleasure having you. And I mean, from the intro we just had, you're definitely the best, the best guest speaker for this event. And then without further ado, let's jump right in to the questions. These questions are basically, like I said earlier, have come in from, a team of prospects we've had over time that have raised concerns. So, Ms. Esther or Ms. Busayo, quickly, I have, roughly 10 questions. Well, I will take up the 5, and then Miss Martha will also take up the other session. So very quickly, in terms of affordability and cost, how affordable are smart and eco-friendly homes in Nigeria today? And what should a middle-class buyer budget for compared to a traditional home?
Okay, so smart home has really become so affordable now. Initially, it was just for luxury buyers, and you would see it for duplexes and houses that are really big. But currently now, even in studio apartment, block of apartment, it comes fully automated. So it has really come down. But if you are looking at the percentage difference on it, it's about 10 to 20%. So let me give a practical example. If you buy a conventional, by conventional, I mean that a house that is not fully automated, that is not a smart home. If you buy a conventional house for like 120 million, a 4-bedroom terrace duplex, then in the same location, you'll be buying a smart home for around 150, 160 million. So the difference is not so much. But in the long run, you make back the money because you are saving a lot, and then it's a shift in lifestyle. You get a more comfortable, a more convenient lifestyle, the security, the comfort you get from investing in it. So the difference isn't that much. It's actually worth the investment.
So if the difference is actually that much, I mean, based on what you just raised, I mean, as a smart investor, is it not wisdom? Wisdom to take advantage of the smart home.
Yes, it is.
The fact that the luxury and all of that. Thank you so much for that. I have another question from a prospect. Well, it says, in terms of infrastructure readiness, given the challenges of unstable power supply and internet access in Nigeria, how realistic is it to maintain a tech-driven smart home?
Okay, so the smart home is actually designed to solve the challenges of the country, because part of the package that comes with the smart home feature is the solar plus inverter. So it solves the electricity challenge. And for the smart home, we also have some devices that are not internet enabled, e.g. entrance lock. They are not internet enabled. There are some that are internet enabled, some are not internet enabled. But over time, with the way 5G is going, over time, once it becomes more popular, smart home will become much more accessible and affordable. So it's actually designed to solve the challenges. So it takes care of the challenges of the country, and all of it is taken care of. The lighting challenge, security is taken care of, and then the device efficiency is also taken care of. So it's actually there to solve all the problems, all the challenges that actually in the comfort in homes.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, just to add a bit to that, to those devices that basically have helped help in terms of not really depending on the epilepsy supply of the Nigerian electricity. There are most companies, even including, of course, GTEXHomes, who has been a pioneer of that, have come up with alternative way of supply. We talk about solar these times. We're talking about about the digital systems and basically convert and physics to renewable energy. A lot of these alternative source of energy,
and you can be completely off grid too. You can be completely off grid. You can be partly on the grid and balance up with solar, and you can still be completely off grid. I think GTEX office is completely off grid.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, almost all of our estates that are currently functional are basically off the grid as we speak. And you can have that in our Abuja and of course in our Lagos office, which is quite interesting. Okay, so without further ado, we look at a third question from a potential prospect. This person is very much interested in return on investment. And his question is, how does the resale value, of a sustainable home compared to a conventional home in the Nigerian market? As for a smart home and then to a regular home, what is the return on investment based on your experience? What have you observed, ma?
Okay, so let me use a practical example for this now. Let's say you have a row of 4-bedroom terrace duplex side by side. One is smart, one is not smart. According to worldwide study, we sell the one that is smart faster than the one that is not smart, because now people tend to, worldwide study shows that smart home sells faster, like about 10 to 15% faster than the regular conventional home. So it sells really, really fast and sells at a higher price. So it's more profitable when you invest in smart home because you get to sell it at an higher price. Just like when the purchase price is completely different from the price of the normal conventional. So definitely, if you are to resell, you would sell at an higher price than the normal conventional house. And the advantage that comes with it is it also sells faster than normal conventional home.
Okay. Absolutely. In fact, back to the projects we have at GTEX, I realized that our average for the homes that we have fully completed, 4-bedroom terrace duplexes, that the clients are already purchased and are in the market. I realized that in terms of rental value, these rental, for an average regular home, we have a 15% increase in terms of rental value. And trust me, when a lot of people are even taking that, they are more interested. Some persons don't even mind that extra pay just to live a convenient and comfortable life. So I definitely can attest to that, a lot of people are tilting, just like what you said, Mark. A lot of people are tilting towards going for green and smart home, which in turn gives even the investor who are bought into these houses and put it out for rent or for service apartment more value as compared to a regular. So I definitely agree to that. Thank you so much for that. To the fourth question, this person is concerned about diaspora security concerns. And this question is a question basically. Oh, this is Dara from US. He says, as someone in the diaspora, how can I be sure my investment in a smart or sustainable home, as a smart or green home in Nigeria, is secure and well managed?
Okay, so I think that's really, really easy, because part of the features of smart home is the security features that comes with it, fully automated home. So you can practically have your house at your fingertip. Somebody approaches your house, you get an alert on your phone, and you are able to know what exactly is happening in your home. And then coupled with, the developers, their management service, especially if you decide that you want to do it, you want to give it out for rental and short let. So the security feature of the fully automated system, alongside the management of the developers, also working hand in hand, will ensure that your property is safe, and you can be 100% sure that your property is well managed, is safe. And even while the developers manage it for you, you can see what's happening on your property through the cameras. So it's very, very safe in terms of security.
Yes, I mean, it basically just beats those conventional way of, you have to definitely maybe put a friend, a brother, a sister in your apartment to help you manage, someone to help you manage these things, when you can actually literally from anywhere you are in the world. We currently have a client who also bought into a 4-bedroom. Currently, with the smart facilities, I mean, these days the likes of Starlink has made things very easy. There's internet 247. You just need to make sure your internet is, unlimited and all that. She is basically monitoring her project, from I think she's based I'm trying to remember where, between UK and US. But this client literally monitors and checks everything. There's CCTV camera in the house. Alexa is there, to just make things really easy and convenient. I mean, the concept of smart, right, can just not be overemphasized. And in terms of security, definitely, I definitely give a tip. I agree to the fact that it is better. It's better to live smarter in this day and age than to go through the conventional way. So definitely, security in terms of smart home is way much better than the conventional offer. So straight to question 5. So this one is related to energy efficiency and savings. Yes. And the question goes, it says, what specific cost saving can a homeowner expect on bills, that's electricity, water, and maintenance, when living in a smart, eco-friendly house? Okay. Did you get the question, ma'am?
Yeah, I got the question. Okay, so you're asking question. The person wants to know how much they can save from buying a smart home than buying the regular conventional home. So
in terms of savings, yes.
Yeah, for electricity, you can save up to 30 to 40%. If you are off-grid or on-grid, now we all know what the electricity situation of the country is saying. And so even if you are on band A in Nigeria, you don't have 24 hours electricity. And so if you add solar, you only need to service your solar and inverter every 6 months. You get the installer to come and service it. And when there's no light, probably you have 16 hours light or maybe 14 hours, the solar can still work and keep up with it until there's light again, and then it gets charged. So that alone saves you a lot of money. But if you are now completely off grid, you are going to spend a higher initial cost to install it. So So let's say you are partly on the grid, you may just, for an average 4-bedroom terrace duplex, you may just be going for about 20 kVA if you want to run everything in your house and a couple of AC. But now, if you are going completely off grid, then you are going to spend an higher initial cost. But in the long run, you enjoy it. You make the money back. Why? Because you are not paying any money for electricity at the end of it. So either way, you still get to save 30 to 40%. Practically, if you speak to people who have who are partly on the grid, who uses solar, and considering the cost of electricity and diesel now, if you take a look at that and consider how much you will spend in a week just to run it, you realize that by the time you buy electricity and diesel in about 2 months, is enough for you to install a solar system by itself. Is enough, partly on grid and off. You realize that is enough for you to install. So you could be saving up to 30 to 40%. That's you making more 30 to 40%. On the long run, you get the money. Same thing for water. Installation of low flowing fixture, the sensor tap where the water stop running if your hand is no longer close. It saves water, especially in places where you have to pay for water rate. So if you have to pay for water rate, I had cases of people who left their tap on and the well is flooded before they came and stuff like that. Such things will never happen. And then, because it's, a low flowing fixture, it stops when it realizes that there are no movement around. So that's actually good. That can save you up to 10-20%. Then maintenance fees too, because it's sensor based, because fully automated home is sensor based. When there is a fault, it will notify you that there's a problem. You can quickly correct that problem. And all of this includes LED light. You have a light, sensor light that turns off when you leave a space. When you're not in the space, it goes off by itself. It goes off by itself when you're not in the space. So all these things on the long run is beneficial, and at the end of the day, you benefit from it. And at the end of the day, you just realize that fully smart home, it's worth it, way worth it. It's really worth it, and you really should, consider it.
Madam Busayo, I actually was, when I saw this question, I reflected on the current cost of running on a band A in Nigeria.
Yeah, crazy.
The stats is staggering. The rate and amount one have to spend. God help you. You have children who are. Nobody knows when you need to turn off the AC. To maintain, to reduce, And you
don't even get 24 hours electricity. That's the thing.
That's another even funny thing.
Get 24 hours. Even the government house decides to install solar and inverter system. So,
we have the state house that is currently on a budget of 20 billion.
Yeah.
For solar
it's something that, is going to become mainstream at the end of the day. It's going to become the order of the day.
Even the federal government is fully aware. Definitely. They're fully aware. It's like as much as I believe, the federal government is going to work on the electricity, but as a backup and as a safe haven, it's just best, to have a smart home. And also you're living in a green and smart home like that of GTEX, where literally, the company basically takes care of all of these services. Your house is fully solar, installed. All you just need to do is, basically basic maintenance, and you have light, literally 18 to 24 hours, 18 to 24 hours, if not 247 hours, a day. So the advent of, the smart facilities, the solar system, the sensor that you highlighted, which is very crucial. I can't imagine having children who just leave the tap on and everywhere is flooded, but with the sensor, just regulates it. Alexa can literally, take care of the temperature within the house, and you just need to set it to a particular temperature. Once it hits that, the AC is regulated. So it just helps you save money. so everything automation basically just helps you live a easier and faster, a smarter, saves more costs, right? And basically you can't just have that in a regular home, which is super, super important. Thank you so much, Madam Saya. So we'll go for a tea breaker. We keep having more questions that are coming in. So we'll just take a quick break. And when we're back, Miss Martha, Miss Martha Eremulo, who's also, the head of sales, will take up, the rest of the questions that are coming in. So let's just go have a little tea break and we'll be back. Miss Wisdom, are you there? Can the admin, the media team, please, let's have some adverts on the background quickly.
All right. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, Mr. James, for that wonderful session. It was like taking these valuable investors back, behind the scenes of the importance of investing in smart and green, and why it is, helps you save, maintenance costs as it goes. Thank you very much, man. We appreciate. And I see some of our investors, they're excited, they are bubbling with so much joy, for such a session. So quickly before the advert comes up, there are some key things I noted that you mentioned, Ma, and I just wanted to reiterate. So you mentioned the importance of how sometimes it's very good that one has to spend more at the initial stage for the person to be able to save during maintenance. And you mentioned, electricity. Electricity in this country is a situation, right? So having a smartphone, having a solar installed, home, it helps you to leverage, the sun. And then one thing we understand is that the sun doesn't go out, right? If the weather is bad, it still comes up, right? So it's very, very important. All this helps us. Thank you very much, Ma, for such an insightful session. So IT, kindly just play us, our videos. Okay, it seems we're having some back-end technical issues. So without wasting so much time, I just want to, call out the next speaker, Miss Martha. I know she's also has a wealth of wisdom to share with us. So without wasting too much time, I want to call out Miss Martha to quickly just, mount the podium. Miss Martha is our sales guru, with wealth of knowledge, wealth of wisdom when it comes to sales, when it comes to closing and all. So, Ms. Martha, thank you very much. The floor is yours, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. And I most welcome our guest speaker for today again. Thank you so much, Ma. I used to call her Madam Sayo. Thank you for joining. Thank you for honoring our invite. And to our audience, maybe on Facebook or YouTube, you are watching us, welcome to GtexHomes. We deal with smart housing units. And reason for this is we want to also let our audience, we want to let our investors to know much about it. It's not about just investing, to educate you much on what you should even invest into and also how it also works. So Mr. James has taken us through the number one, I think the first 5 questions. So I would also like to be taking the last 5 questions. Are you ready for me, Ma? Okay, Ma. All right. So the question here is, Are there government policies, incentives, or tax breaks that support the adoption of green and smart housing in Nigeria? Should I take it again?
Okay, so in terms of policies, I think Nigeria is still coming up in terms of policies that support smart housing, but there's this green that promotes, that are pressing for and promoting for reduced carbon footprint when you build. They are majorly promoting sustainable architecture, sustainable building, and sustainable design. So Nigeria hasn't done much, but we hope that in the nearest future, we'll be able to get more favorable policy in terms of smart home. But however, a lot of states are now promoting the use of solar. Use of solar panel is now being promoted all over. So I believe that in the nearest future, we would get more favorable policy that would also, such as most of these solar panels are being imported. With more favorable policies, the price of this thing can come, can come a little bit cheaper, and it becomes mainstream. It becomes easy. It's like when a product is new in the market, e.g., people use the conventional car, but now people are buying the smart cars that can, turn, cars that can park on its own. So we hope that sometimes in the near future, that is going to happen also, and policies that are favorable. Government will also put in place favorable policy that will really encourage that, especially to help the environment for the reduction of carbon footprint. Reduction of carbon footprint, that's really, really important. So I believe that in the future, such policies will be able to help and will encourage people who are designing building to be able to put all these things in place so that we can have a more healthier environment and reduce carbon dioxide that is being released from the houses that are being built.
I love the fact that your response is bulky, like it's fully loaded, which means you are fully prepared for this section. And I'm very sure that our audience too, they're also going to get a lot from this section. And I hope everyone joining us here, they are with their writing material so that you can also jot the vital and important responses and the point which Madam Esther Aderemi is also giving us. Okay, the next one now is, we are basically on technology integration. And I said, what technologies are most practical in Nigeria's housing markets? Solar power, smart locks, water recycling system, or fully automated ones? So according to you, your profession, you are an architect and you are also a builder, right? So what technologies are most practical in Nigeria that often the developer usually use?
Yeah,
I also, okay, I also want you to also respond in line with the durability. So how much does it also stable, and also how much is it also durable in time of use?
Okay, so I think Mr. James already mentioned some of the technologies, and I believe that they are all very, very practical, e.g. solar and inverter. That's 100% practical because it's everywhere, people use it. And in terms of durability for solar, just like I said before, you just need to service it every 6 months, and for each batteries that are attached, it has a life cycle. So as you are purchasing, the installer will be telling you the life cycle, but just ensure you are working with trusted brand. And when you are working with developer, they give you defect liability period when you are purchasing the house that is fully automated from developer. So you can be 100% sure that they are giving you the best to use, and you only need to service if there is need to service. And they even give you a defect liability period, which means that when you take over the house, probably within 3 to 6 months, if there's anything that needs to be service adjusted, they take care of that. After the 6 months, you take it over by yourself. So solar power is really, really durable, and it's very, very good. It's very good. We have biodigester. Biodigester is becoming popular now. It's, the biodigester is instead of the regular septic tank where you have the water stored in the tank, you have it converted to gas, which, the gas can then be reused. So that's also very, very good. That's also a very good system. Although in cities like Abuja, there has master plan where there's a central sewage system, or where you can actually connect your water way in areas where you already have the pipes that's been put in place for the government, then you may have to go with the government to, although mostly it's usually not compulsory for you to do that, but it's best to do that, especially if you have a compound where the water table, the septic tank, and your bowl can interfere with one another. If your bowl and septic tank can interfere with one another, then you'll be drinking shitty water and you won't know it. So in such situation, you may want to consider using that. Biodigester is also very good because it saves space and it recycles the waste, converting it to gas. So that's also a very, very good one. We have the smart door. It works very, effectively. It's durable and it works very well. The low water fixture, it works very well. I'm sure some of you've been to public spaces. If you have been to public bathroom, just like ShopRite, the airports, airports, international airport, where you have to, wash your hand and then the water goes off. When you move your hand closer, it comes on. So these are durable and practical things that works very, very well. And they are really, really practical. So I believe that it's something that is worth, investing in.
Thank you so much for that response too. Thank you for that. But I think it has always been mentioned earlier. Then this concerning this cultural acceptance. So Ma, do you think, I think this has always been, I think you've been able to also spell it out when you are giving some responses concerning Mr. James' question, but I just want you to expatiate more on it. That does Nigeria really care about eco-friendly and smart features? Or is just a means of selling points for builders, for architects, to especially people in diaspora? Do you think Nigeria has always valued the green and smart, eco-friendly housing units?
Yeah, I think Nigerians actually care. They value it, they care. Initially, it was just the higher, upper class who invested in smart homes. But now it's becoming more popular. That's why I said earlier that if you take a look at now, studios apartments that are being sold for short-let apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom, they come smart. And people are actually buying. People are renting it. They don't mind. People are renting it. So I believe that Nigerians, it's not just the people who are in diaspora. Nigerians too, they now understand the convenience, modern convenience that come with having a fully automated home. And so gradually it's gaining acceptance and people are now investing in it. And, and I believe that, over time it will become mainstream.
And just the question is also that who doesn't want comfortability? So everybody wants comfortable life. You want something that will be giving you easy access and also how to also do some other things inside. So thank you so much for that. And the next one here is maintenance and durability. How easy is it to maintain smart homes in Nigeria? I think we discussed about that.
It has become very, very, very easy. Why? So many people are now trained in IoTs. So many people are trained in home automation. So many people are now trained in solar and inverter installation. So it has become easier. It was earlier when it just started that you find just minimal brands involved in it, but there are so many bigger brands that are reliable who are involved in doing this. So maintenance is no longer a problem for it. It can be maintained easily. It has become really easier now to maintain.
Okay, so I also got something when you are explaining that it is no more about luxury now, but it's about necessity because people want comfortability. Yeah. And also, you also want to just feel among, like you see people that are doing it, and also it's, let me just say it in a free time, just soft life. You want to come back from your place of work, you're tired, and you have some of your amenities working on their own, some even with your control of your voice. You also want to get some things done without you stressing yourself to get it done also. So we have this future trend. In the next 5 to 10 years, do you see eco-friendly smart homes becoming mainstream in Nigeria, or will they remain a luxury niche?
It's going mainstream. It's it won't be luxury any longer because over time now, more people are getting to know about smart home automation, especially for investors. If you're investing to rent, You can hear the example that Mr. James said earlier. People pay higher value for rental. If you're also doing a short let apartment, if you are renting out a regular conventional 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment, and you are renting out a smart home, you will charge more for the smart home, and people don't mind paying. So I believe that over time it's going mainstream. It's going to become so popular. It's like when a phone started, at the initial stage, it wasn't very popular, but now everybody has phone. It's just being defined now by the different kind of brand, but everybody can use phone now. Same thing with the conventional car and the smart car. A couple of people are buying smart car now. Over time, over the years, it becomes more popular. And also with the fact that AI is now in place, now AI is gradually being inputted into architecture, into architectural design, into furnishing of interior space. So over time, it's going to gain more ground. And I believe that, you know, smart home is going to become so popular, and people will struggle to sell the conventional home because people will prefer to buy the smart home instead of the conventional home. So, you know, you can actually consider sparing the extra money to make sure you buy a smart home. The comfort, if you want to live in it, the comfort is just, you know, just modern convenience, and not just the comfort, the efficiency. You save money. The efficiency is also top notch. The security you get from it is also top notch. And I think that's one of the very important things in Nigeria, the light and the security. These are important factors in Nigeria. And if smart home can give you that, I feel like it's better. You know, you get the package comes with CCTV camera and co. So, you know, these are really good deal that is way better. And in the long run, you benefit from it. So I believe that it's going to go mainstream, and very soon it's going to become so popular that people would want the smart home. Now you give people option, but you know, GTEX sells fully automated homes. GTEX sells fully automated homes. So over time, people who sell conventional houses may have to struggle, or you will now have people requesting. But guess what? Upgrading the conventional home to smart home is not exactly easy. It's easier during the construction, and this is the reason why. The smart home, you need to run a different pipe because the cables used for it are very tiny. So usually it has to be from inception. If you want to run a smart home from inception, you have to put it into consideration, and then they'll run a different pipe from the regular electrical cable, and then they run a different one for the smart home because the cables are really tiny. You can bring in the one for the door, but there are some of it that may not be run together with the electrical, especially for the sake of maintenance. So I believe it will go mainstream, and very soon for the modern houses that are being built now, people would want to buy smart home. Take a look at the climate change too. Climate change is going to force more people to move towards investing in smart home. So, and then the electricity situation, the cost of energy, we force more people to go smart. If you take the percentage of people who are using solar for last year compared to 5 years ago, you realize that more percentage of people are now investing in solar. You can check out the percentage sale of the solar market, what solar market is doing. You see that more people, that's an evidence to show that more people now prefer to invest in solar and to get solar as a backup. So I believe that it's going to go mainstream. It's becoming more popular. It's going to go more popular.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Just technology. The same way we started with techno phones, 3310, and before you know it, begin to graduate to another level. iPhone every year. I think we have September now. There's going to be another one again. So that's just it. And people also want to, we just call it evolvement. They want to know what is going on. They also want to get better of what they're also doing. Thank you so much for that. Mr. James, do you have a further question, or Ms. Wisdom should just take over? Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Ms. Martha. Madam Sayo, I'm super happy that you really honored our time, and it's been insightful. I want to say a big thank you. please, if you are watching this, wherever you're watching, whether on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're watching, can you give a round of applause to our amazing guest speaker who has done so much justice? And I'm sure, definitely sure, you have better insights, to making decisions as regards owning a green and smart homes. Listen, guys, a smart home saves you time, but a green home saves your future. I hope you got that. I'll take it again. A smart home saves you time, but a green home saves you your future. See, you can't live. I mean, studies have shown that you live healthier. Studies have actually shown. I mean, it's no wonder the people in some folks in Japan lives way longer in terms of lifespan than the conventional, because they live in a eco-friendly environment.
Yeah.
You breathe in. I mean, the carbon, the while we breathe in, oxygen, and the plant gives us emits carbon dioxide. Right. Well, no, the plant actually emits oxygen. We take in the oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide, and then the plant actually takes in this carbon dioxide, and brings that. So the circle is much better, and you live longer when you are in this ecosystem. All right. So it's no news that you just need a green home, a green environment where there are trees, there are less pollution, there's a healthier environment. You definitely live longer. Lagos is too congested for you not to live in a green and smart home. So it's just a must for you to consider at a time like this, where industrialization is taking up almost everywhere, and the rate of pollution is just out of the roof. You just need a green home. And then a smart home just helps you, like you said, you added the quote, it saves you the stress, it saves you the convenience. Imagine coming into your house and after a very tired day, and before you get into your house, you've turned on the steam, and then your heater is already up, and you can just go in, you take off your jacket and then go in, and then the steam is there. It's already on standby. Alexa, you tell Alexa, turn on the curtain, open the curtain, turn on the lights, or regulate the AC. Everything is seamless with a smart home. Okay. Another point to note is that, building a green and smart home is not just about living well today. It's about living healthier tomorrow. It's about living healthier. The rate at which, people are down with so much terminal diseases, you can't but take advantage of a healthier environment. And that's what a green and smart home is. And that's what, our guest speaker has stressed, immensely today. And you just cannot, after this session, not go back to, not having everything to consider a green and apple. Yes, it will be expensive, but trust me, just like Madam Tayo made mention earlier, the long-term effect is way much better. Imagine having a home with a solar system installed and everything, the long-term effect, the long-term cost is way better. It's more efficient than running a generator that is affecting your health, or living in a banded environment where you don't have light and then you have to be struggling. Meanwhile, there's a solar system. There are other measures of generating energy that is very efficient and that you can only experience in a smart and a green home. Sustainability and technology are no longer luxury in housing. Okay, it's not something that you have to be thinking about. It's something that you just need to work towards. All right, having sustainable technology, in a luxury home, it's not something that you negotiate about. In fact, they are the new foundation of modern living. Now, the future of real estate is not just about concrete and steel, but intelligence and sustainability. So if you are thinking of coming to the real estate, don't think of the conventional way. You are going, okay, imagine it's like going to learn about typewriter when we are pressing computer today. When we've even gone past desktop, we're now on laptop. Some person that you've left laptop, we're now on tablets, phones, and AI is taking up everything. So you just need to think about the future. You just need to think of the better ways on how to sustainable, taking advantage of sustainable living with a healthier environment. Lastly, I would say a home that thinks and conserves is a home that pays you back. I take that again. A home that thinks, that's smart. That's being smart, a smart home. And conserves, that's green, right? Is a home that pays you back. It pays you back in health. It pays you back in efficiency. It pays you back in time. Okay, you don't necessarily, with Alexa, you don't need to come downstairs, to come and arrange anything. With a vacuum cleaner, your vacuum cleaner just cleans everywhere. It just with the touch of a button or with a voice prompt, your vacuum cleaner cleans literally everywhere in your house. Okay. And with a voice prompt, you don't need to stand up to go to, open a curtain. With a voice prompt, your curtain is open. That saves you time. You can use that time to either do some more productive things. So over time, a long run, you are saving more money. Okay. You are saving more money and you are living smarter. Okay, so it's no news that you just need to take advantage of the amazing green and smart offers. And Madam Saya, you have done so much justice to this. I want to say a big thank you. Okay, and we really appreciate you. I think at this point we can let you, go and relax. I know at the other time. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And Miss Martha, thank you so much. And I'm very sure, Madam Martha, you have amazing offer. We have a teaming, by the way, we have a teaming investor who are eager to take advantage of the green and smart home, who have learned so much in this session, and they are ready to take advantage. So, Miss Martha, what are the offers available? How can we take advantage? How can teaming prospect listening to this, who have listened to this far, take advantage of your smart home? Are there any discount offer? Are there any benefits? Are there any payment plan? Are there any benefit for outright payment or instrumental payment plan? What are the offers available? And where are these locations? Please, we can't wait to have them. Please share these offers with us. And we are ready. We are ready to take advantage of this offer, this green and smart. We want to live healthier. I want to live longer. We want to live in a smart, a thinking house, not just a thinking home, not just a regular house anymore. So please share us the offer and we are ready to jump on it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. James, for that. It has been an amazing section with you and Madam Sayo. And I think our audience, they are going to enjoy. We also need to get feedback from you. If you've also learned from this. To me, it's a training. It's not just a meeting. It's not just a webinar. At least you've been able to learn one or two. And we shouldn't, or let me say, for me, as the head of sales, shouldn't be the one struggling to get you now. I haven't known the benefits of what you're also getting when you invest into a green and smart estate. All right. Drum rolls if you're excited to hear about the location and also the project and also the discount offer for today, just for smart investor though. So the locations that we have this amazing offer is Airport Road, Abuja, and also we have in Ibejuleki, Lagos. I'll also be taking us through the different building types that we have in Airport Road and also in Ibejuleki. So for Ibejuleki, we have 4-bedroom terrace duplex. We have 5-bedroom terrace duplex, and these are sets of off-plan buildings. They are off-plan buildings, just like what Madam Sayo said earlier, that instead of you trying to renovate or trying to demolishing old properties, you want to start again, it's better for you to just key into the one that is already the one that's already in plan. You know what you're also going to get at the end of every other thing, right? So this is off-plan building, which means it is not carcass. We're not start building. So we'll start from the conception stage and also till finishing stage, which means you are paying the way you are paying and also we develop for you. So we have 4-bedroom terrace duplex in Ibejuleki, Lagos. We also have 5-bedroom terrace duplex in Ibejuleki, Lagos. And for my smart investors in Abuja, Airport Road, we have the 4-bedroom fully detached with BQ. 4-bedroom fully detached with BQ, Airport Road. And also we have 5-bedroom fully detached with BQ in Airport Road. And also be sharing landmarks starting from Lagos so that you know what you are investing to and the purpose you should also invest into. So you can also own this property for you being the resident of this property. You can also buy for short-let business. For the one you also learned a lot about how you can also use for Airbnb or short-let business. And also you can just lease it out for annual rental income, which you also be receiving your either annual rental income or fixed tenant rent, which is maybe for 5 years or for 10 years, as the case may be. So the location for the Lagos property, Ibejuleki, we have the likes of Eleko Beach, we have the likes of Dangote Refinery, we have the likes of Lekki Deep Sea Port, we have the likes of Lekki Free Trade Zone, we have Dano, we have Kellogg's, we have Power, we have Colgate Industry. And research has also shown that where there is cluster of commercial activities, the best thing to have there is residential building. And this is the reason we have employees in as much as they are working in that vicinity. We have a lot of employees there. We have industries, we have scarcity of smart housing units in this area. So what are you getting if you are buying into this area? You are having your high return on investment. I have a client reaching out to me and asking that why is it that Shangote Edo rent is lesser than that of Ibejuleki? And the direct response to that is that there is no competitive market in Ibejuleki for now. So if you are the type, the smart one, you are investing into this location, couple of the fact that there are a lot of activities in this location, you also want to benefit from it before getting competitors to invest in this area. So we have all of these landmarks, which also makes the rent high because housing unit is a necessity. Everyone they want a good life, just like what we talk about. Imagine someone living or working in Dangote Refinery. You want a very smart housing unit. And also, it also speaks about the comfortability. So that is about the Bejuleki property. While for the Airport Road, Abuja, we have Dunamis Church, we have Jedo, we have National Airport. So imagine you having your residential apartment used for Airbnb. You'll be receiving your return on annual basis, return on weekly basis, monthly basis, daily basis, as the case may be. So that's the opportunity we're also bringing to you. So I'm letting you to know what you are getting before so that you know the quality of the value of the discount I'm even about to give you now. So the actual price for the property in Ibejuleki, if you are getting a 4-bedroom terrace duplex, the actual price is 170 million naira. 170 million naira for 4-bedroom terrace duplex. And if you are getting 5-bedroom terrace duplex, what you'll be getting is 185 million naira. 185 million naira. But the cost of maybe you are joining us on YouTube, maybe on Facebook, maybe on Instagram, or maybe you are rewatching later, you're a smart investor, you invested with us already, you also want to reinvest. For the purpose of this training, you'll be getting a 5 million naira discount. A 5 million naira discount, which means instead of you paying 165 million naira for 4-bedroom terrace duplex in Lagos, you'll be getting it at rate of 160 million naira. 160 million naira. And for the 5-bedroom terrace duplex, instead of you paying 185 million naira for the cost of this training, you'll be getting at rate of 180 million naira. So we are giving you the 5 million naira that go and use that one to buy some other things you'll be needing in the apartment. And these estates also, the housing unit is all in suites, which means you have the kitchen cabinet, we have the curtains, we have the smart features installed for you. So, and this is what we are also doing. The door is installed, is smart. The window blind, everything is smart just for you, which you also be able to control your appliances with your voice. We have heat extractors, we have smoke detector also in the estate. So this is what you also be getting if you are investing into this estate. So what do you have to do? A down payment of 20 million naira. You spread payments across 3 to 6 months. A down payment of 20 to 30 million naira, and you spread payments across 3 to 6 months. right? But for the course of today, maybe you said, okay, my transfer limit, my bank this, my bank that. You can also make a commitment just so you know that payment validates offer. You cannot go to the market and say, okay, I admire this. And what make a demand more effective is backing it up with purchasing ability. So once you make a commitment of 5 million naira, then you can also get this property. So off to the Abuja property now, Airport Road. The price for that is, if you are buying into the 4-bedroom, fully detached with BQ, is 200 million naira. That's the actual price, 200 million naira. And also, if you are getting the 5-bedroom, fully detached with BQ, it is going for 250 million naira. And just for the cost of this training, you're also having a 5 million naira discount, which means instead of 200 million naira, you can now get a rate of 195 million naira. 195 million naira. And for the 5-bedroom, fully detached with BQ, we used to call it standalone, fully detached with BQ, is 245 million naira instead of 250 million naira. And I only have 5 slots for smart investors. 5 slots, which means 5 persons that firstly reach out to the number I'll be sharing below. So there's going to be another number. Mr. James, I also need your number so that we're also able to call it out for investors joining us online, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. You want to take advantage of this offer. The location is Ibejuleki, Lagos, and Airport Road, Abuja. The number to call if you are interested, remember, just 5 slots. If you are interested, call +234 8099995698. I'm going to take it again. +234 8099995698. Mr. James, I would also like, okay, so if you said, okay, that number is not going through, you want to speak to another person, or you don't want to speak with Martha, you want to speak with a guy, a man, right? Okay, now you can call +234 8143 876711. I'm going to take it again. +234 8143 876711. So we are ready for you. Remember, it's just for 5 slots. 5 investors that firstly reach out to be getting the 5 million naira discount, either in Lagos or in Abuja. And the landmark also in Lagos is Dangote Refinery. Even it's before like a Pine Tropicana. What I'm seeing there is you just having your event center. Do you know that the employees working in Colgate, like a Pine Tropicana, probably let me say Lekki DC Port, they should have a realization center. Imagine you having that kind of property in that vicinity. Remember, I told you the rate of competitive market is not much there for residential or for realization centers. So it's an opportunity for you to key into it. And for the Airport Road, we have Airport Road, we have Dunamis Church. Think about it and key into this offer today and call the number as also called ahead of time. Thank you. Okay, the offer is 5 slots. Okay, I'm getting some responses again. Now, when is it going to end? The offer is 5 slots and it's just within 24 hours. By this time tomorrow, the offer must have ended. Just 24 hours for smart investors. Just 24 hours. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Miss Wisdom, you can take it off from here.
Thank you so much, Mr. James. Thank you so much, Miss Martha. Thank you so much, Miss Busayo. We appreciate your presence, and your presence gave us so much value. You know, you cannot overpay for knowledge, but we got this for free on a platter of gold, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much to everybody who was able to make our time to, you know, be here with us. We do not take it for granted. We appreciate you, and I also know that this was impactful to you, and then we'd like to let you guys know that the offer that I just mentioned is just for 24 hours. Smart investors are people who knows that time is also valuable when it comes to real estate. Thank you so much, everybody. Do have a lovely weekend. God bless. Media team, please help us with some videos while we leave.
I told you to invest. I told you invest in land. But rest, I'm a very forgiving guy. I told you invest in land. Let me show you where. So now that Olale has done, I told you to invest before, but now I'm get to close. Or you can choose to pay or you can also pay, or you can buy it. Where you can get it. Or you can pay. But what have I got for that? Alexa. Alexa.